Hello, my name is Caroline Klein. I'm the president of the North Harcourt Sedgwick Landcare group, and I would like to tell you about our pledge to plant that we held in 2020, the infamous COVID year. Like everything else, COVID affected us as a landcare group. Normally we try to hold a tree planting day. That obviously was not possible in 2020. So we came up with this idea of pledge to plant, and this is how it worked. We asked our members to tell us how many seedlings they either had already planted during that planting season or were intending to plant in the remaining planting season in winter 2020. They should send us the figures, and we will turn those figures into a little bit of an animation on our Facebook post, on our Facebook website. Every 25 seedlings that were pledged to plant would create a little green leaf on a very dark and dead looking tree. So we set up a bit of a challenge, asking our members to make that little tree grow. We set a target figure of 500 seedlings to be pledged. That would make 20 little green leaves grow on our dead tree. Eliza Alford, our social media coordinator, created a little animation. So for every 25 seedlings that were pledged, there was one leaf that would be grown on the tree, shown on our Facebook page. There was also another element to it, that all the members that did pledge to plant, they could go into a draw, and the winner would receive some help on their property to plant the little seedlings, obviously all within COVID rules. On top of that, we organized some subsidized seedlings. Members had to pay a little bit for the seedlings, but would receive a free tree guard and stakes for the seedlings they purchased. So we set off. Eliza posted it on the social media website on Facebook, and with great anticipation we watched our tree grow. Well, did our members surprise us. Not only did they grow one tree, meaning 500 seedlings, they kept on pledging, and our single tree grew into a little grove. Well, it was 3 trees, it was more than 3 trees. Our final tally of seedlings pledged grew to 1,820. So we were really proud of that, and that all happened thanks to our members. And then we organized obviously a little planting event on the winner's property, and that worked really well as well.
Hi, my name's Roe Potter. I'm part of the committee of the North Harcourt and Sedgwick Landcare group. So part of our Pledge to Plant drive was the chance to win a competition where we would have people come out to your property and plant the plants that you had pledged to plant. And so that competition was run, and our winners, Phil and Sally, are new to the area. They've only moved up within the year from Melbourne, and they were new to this area and the topography, the climate and everything that's associated with it. Their property had been heavily grazed in the past with massive amounts of erosion, a lot of weeds and pests as well in the mix as well. They did have a goal and an aspiration to re-veg as much of the landscape as they can over their time while they have that property. Pete and myself, another committee member, went out and did the initial site inspections before we went out and conducted the field work, and we met with Phil and Sally and had a talk about them, their property, about what they were trying to achieve and what can be expected. So we discussed with Phil and Sally, we picked a new location further down in a gully. We discussed that we would also need fencing for this site due to the fact that their property wasn't livestock proof, so sheep would be an issue, and we discussed on the best species that would be used for the event. On the day of the event, we had, I think it was 10 people all in all. That was because of COVID restrictions. I think we would have had more if we could have, but unfortunately COVID is COVID. we had our team, we constructed a fence, a stock-proof fence around the site, which is about 50 square metres in size. And then we dug, I think we did in total 50 plants on their property. And after that took a good part of the day, most of the day. It was a great event. We had a lot of great conversations with our new members and some of our old members, and all in all, it was definitely a win. And hopefully, we're going to be doing the same task again this year.
We must say we were a little bit proud of this idea, because not only did our members plant 1,820 seedlings, we also ticked a few boxes by making connections to this scaled-back tree planting event, which happened to happen on a new member's property. A few more friendships, a few new friendships were made. Seedlings got into the ground, and we got a little bit of a number of how many seedlings actually went into the ground. We will certainly do the same thing again this year. Maybe we can even get more seedlings into the ground, but we thought it was a good idea, and maybe we can inspire some other groups to do something similar.